All righty, Cody. It has been just over a month since you fired your property manager. There was lots of hopes that things would be better, but you know what? Hope is not a strategy. Why don't we check in on what's happened in the last 5 weeks and see how it's gone since you fired your PM? Was it a good idea?
Yeah, it was a great idea. Taking that in-house, single best decision I could have made. It was the scariest decision I made in a while, but I am feeling pretty good about it right now.
Nice. Well, let's talk about why. So you were saying, yeah, going into this, you were a little fearful, which probably is the right stance to be taken, but you still knew or thought it was the right decision.
Yeah.
What is making you feel better after 5 weeks?
The lease ups. So before the lease ups, let's just talk about the PM fee. I was spending about $7,000 a month.
Okay.
I swapped over to Hemlane. I have the essential version, $18 a unit, and so I'm at like 2,200 and change a month. So I basically saved $5,000 off the top.
So right at the top, $5,000.
Yeah. Okay. So that adds up. I have in the last month gotten leases signed with payments and move-ins for another $15,000 a month.
Wait. In 5 weeks, you signed up $15,000 in net new leases?
Net new leases.
Wow. Now, I remember our conversation about the PM, and your great frustration was the lease ups. I mean, that was the thing that finally, the straw that broke the back, as I remember. But I had no idea you had that. Well, let's step back. How many leases is that? Is that just one big lease and we're talking about nonsense? How many leases is $15,000?
My biggest lease was for $2,850, so that does help.
So call it $3,000. So okay, so 20% of that was one unit, but still.
And then my average lease rate was probably around 1,000. So you figure there was 13 total leases signed in a month.
That is wild. 13 leases in 5 weeks is crazy. Now, again, I think you were pretty open. The reason you fired them was because they sucked at that. It probably would have taken them 5 months to do that, if they could ever do it, because they would lose more.
Yeah. So I got more leases signed in that period than they did in the last 6 months.
Damn, that's okay. So you take $15,000, you add $5,000. That's $20,000 net. Bottom line, real money.
Real money. It's
and if memory serves, you're living on like $4,000 a month or something crazy like that.
Soon to be 2 because I'm in a house hack.
Cody, you can enjoy life a little bit. Let me just tell you, as somebody who did not enjoy life, it's not a race to see how little you can live on. I'm going to tell you right now, friend to friend, spend a little bit more money, enjoy life just a little bit more. But congratulations is all I can say. A $20,000 swing in 5 weeks, that's $240,000 a year.
However, it's a lot of money, but it's all relative, right? Because someone's going to see that and be like, well, Cody's got it made. To get where I'm at, and this better than a lot of people, I paid a large stupid tax of bigger is better, right? So yes. I thought that was the whole thing. I have $1.8 million I have to pay off in 2 years. So that extra $250,000, it's like, okay, great. Now I have $500,000 of that figured out. What am I going to do for I'm still short $1.3 million, $650 a year. Like there's still
a big number.
There's a delta. But what I am excited for is I believe I can get through that. And when I get to the other side and I'm not saving, whatever it is, like $75,000 a month. $75,000 a month is what I have to allocate towards that. And it's not linear. So it's like get a big chunk and then nothing, and then big chunk and nothing. And when that's gone, then I get to enjoy life.
Okay. So you have one big rock ahead of you.
Yeah.
Which again, cool. But yeah, the beauty is it's only one big rock. I mean, you and I were talking 18 months ago, dude, you weren't even sure how many rocks you had.
Yeah. Oh, there were so many mountains to climb back then. And now there's a big one, but I got to believe in myself that I can get through it. And
yeah. I think that's a very healthy mindset. You've already proven that you can get through more than most. And yeah, $1.3 million is a big number. But again, you just said in in lickety split manner, you figured out half of it,
Yeah.
right? So, I mean, you got 24 months to get the other half. That's pretty cool.
Well, yeah, it'll be solvable. Everything's
Yeah.
fixable. So,
Everything's fixable. Yeah.
but yeah, that was the takeaway from this month while you were on vacation. I'm figuring
I
out the
don't take vacations. Will you stop saying that word?
okay, you did a adventure.
Trip.
No, you went on an adventure.
Okay, that's fine. I'll take adventure, but I don't do vacation. Why would I need a vacation for my life? I mean,
You're
come
right. My bad.
on. It's like a trigger word, Cody.
Oh man, sorry.
No,
Didn't
I
mean to
appreciate
cause offense.
I'm just teasing you. I'm just teasing. Well, hey, one of the things I knew I wanted to talk to you about, because I don't know if your generation does this, but one of the things that I did when I was on my come up is I remember going and, going to a Ferrari dealership, a Lamborghini. I remember going to fancy stores, and I remember even walking homes that I couldn't afford, $1 million, $2 million home.
Oh yeah.
Did you do any aspirational shopping when you were, just starting out, like what life could be? Did you do any of that, or is that just nonsense?
I definitely did. Yeah. So Ashley and I have looked at some homes that we could stretch, but it would be so stupid to do right now. But we look, and
Yeah.
it keeps us excited and motivated. And I'm a car guy. I love cars. So like I'm trying to find a photo. There was a Lotus Elise that I really wanted and checked it out. And I was like, I could have done it and I didn't do it. But yeah, I like cars, so I like looking. So I went into the dealership, and I could have been a qualified buyer, but I didn't pull the trigger. I was a tire kicker.
Yeah.
But that type of stuff gets me motivated for sure.
Yeah, the reason I brought this up is I heard Grant Cardone say, hey, you should go see this $90 million house. I guess he's selling his beach house in Florida, if memory serves.
Yeah.
And, I think that's a little nonsense, right? I don't think most of us are going to walk into a $90 million house. But that said, it's with Grant, it's never black and white. It's just ooh, look at that pretty thing.
Yeah.
Is that the same car that Graham Stephan had?
Yeah. And that was in 2022. So
there you go. Yeah. 4 years ago. Wow. 4 years ago, 2022.
I had no business buying that car, but it was fun to look.
Yeah. The reason I brought this up again is Grant is getting trashed on by realtors. Like, why would you waste a realtor's time and all of this, $90 million house? It's not about the house. To me, it's the aspirational shopping. And it was an important part of my journey, right? Again, when you're in the first 5 years of suck, and certainly you're in that first year, it just feels so far away. And I think going and taking pictures like you have, and going to get the feel, even if you just, tire kicker, like you said, I think it's something you have to do, because your mind doesn't know, that's a future thing. I mean, you got to do some aspirational shopping. At least I would recommend it.
Yeah. And like sit in the car, walk the
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
Think about where you're
drive the neighborhood. I mean, there was a neighborhood from Olivia and I, like a couple miles away, that, was probably 3 or 4x at what we could afford. We just drove the streets just to feel it. It was, that was important. I still remember that.
Yeah. And so that's definitely something that I've done and that we've done. We've looked at some really nice houses that are in the foreseeable future. They're like on the other side of this big mountain to get over.
Yeah,
but
one more rock.
When we get over this, like we can just afford it. Like it's just right there. So
it's a no-brainer. Yep.
Yeah. So as long as I don't believe I'm going to go bankrupt in the next 2 years, it's like 2 years are going to pass either way. So let's take care of this and dream a little bit, and then we can go do it in 24 months. And that's what's interesting is in 24 months, that'll be closing in on my 10th year. So
yeah, that's true.
Because right now I'm finishing up year 7.
Yep.
About to start year 8. So like we're going to be right at that year 10 mark when we're really starting to enjoy stuff.
That's the magic 10-year mark, right? First 5 years suck. The 10-year journey, getting wealthy is easy. It's a process. I just love watching you. Just love watching you work, because again, I know exactly where you are in the process. I was there 15 years ago, 12 years ago. I love the fact that you're open about having this one big rock, and it's a big rock, 1.3, but it is absolutely doable.
It's 1.8.
Oh,
And I have $500,000 from the $250,000 a year additional, right?
Yep.
That's going to take it to 1.3.
Oh, you got 1.3 left. Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Brutal.
Yeah. So again, you've already got a third of it whacked out. So again, it's going to be fun to watch you work. And I know you've got other things in the work, flips and whatnot, that'll help you get there. So, yeah, it's going to be fun to watch you work, man.
Well, and now I just have to figure out, and this is where a lot of people are. It's probably not the 1.8, but maybe it's 100 grand of student loans. Like, how can we figure out how to knock that out with what we've got? And figuring out how to put it on the asset. So something I'm doing right now, I just walked into the basement of my 39 unit and I found, I don't know how I didn't know this. Like, I guess my mind was too busy with bigger is better, but I didn't know. I have meter boxes for every unit, but there's no meter in it. It has everything built out, all the infrastructure, it's all labeled, it's all wired. It's got its own shutoffs. It's there. And so today I'm calling the PUD and I'm going to see how much it costs. I think it's going to be like 500 a unit to get it put in, but it's going to save. So you figure I'm going to spend probably 20 grand.
Okay.
It's going to save me 16,000 a year.
Yeah. It's a payoff. It's payoff in a year and a half. Yeah. Yeah.
But even better than that, that will allow me to borrow 150. So
exactly
with the new NOI, so 20 will go towards that. 130 is going to whack down the 1.8. And just from something that I haven't done before. So optimizing.
Yeah. Looking for creating equity, right? Finding value add. 39 units. It is all about the NOI. You add that, it lowers your utility expenses, put it on the tenant, net, good to you.
Yeah. And the rents are still affordable. I mean, I could, on that property, I could get the rent up $150, but instead I'm going to have the tenant pay a $30 a month bill.
Makes sense. Yeah. I love it. Anything else going on the last 3 weeks while I've been gone that you want to kind of share with the audience?
The new construction's making progress. So this is going to be a year of pain with leases because the rents there's so much building in my area. So I'm going to take a hit on the rents.
Okay.
But this is a 10-year thing, not a 1-year thing. So I'm going to bite the bullet and just be grateful in 10 years that I got into new construction now.
Right.
And but that's coming along. Siding goes up this week and the windows are in, the doors are in. And so it's
very cool. Well, I want to talk about this picture you sent me. It says 2025 Mission Partnership Award presented to Cody Davis for outstanding collaboration. This was from Goodwill, man. That's quite the accomplishment. Just talks about how good of a human being you are. Tell us about this award, man.
Yeah. So I believe I am Goodwill's largest independent housing partner in my county. That's awesome. I do a lot of placements with people that are coming from very tough positions and where it's tough to get into housing. So, I work with the Goodwill and we get these people into stable housing because if you don't have stable housing, you're not going to progress. It won't happen. And so I think I worked with 20 or 30 placements last year, just my properties.
That's awesome.
And so I was surprised by that. They asked me to come in, but that was pretty cool. Yeah.
Well, that just, again, speaks to who you are as a human being. And it had to be a good feeling. It was a good feeling for me to see that, somebody in my network was recognized for that. So congratulations for doing what you do, Cody. Where can people find and follow you?
Cody Davis Business Adventures on YouTube. Post multiple times a week, every Tuesday and Thursday, whatever I'm doing, wherever I'm at. So I appreciate the support.
Appreciate you. Thanks, family.
Thanks.